83-61, a superb victory by the JackJumpers tonight. And on the AAMI crossover, when we get guests, we go to the very top. The coach, Scott Roth, is with us from MyState Bank Arena. Scott, congratulations. You've done everything you could possibly do tonight to make sure you play in the playoffs. Congratulations on the victory.
I appreciate it. You know, our guys have been fantastic, and they continue to show up and find value in each other and love each other, and I'm just really proud of them.
Scott, you speak about your feelings towards this team, and we've heard you talk about the guys throughout the season, but right now and leading into this game, it was the biggest game of the season for you guys. How did you approach it with them? And as you mentioned, you're proud. What sort of emotions are going through your body right now?
Well, I think, you know, early in the week, I basically had told them that irregardless of what was going to happen last night, that this game was hugely important to our franchise, that we had to show up and play as hard as we could. And I wouldn't want it any other way playing the defending champions. I love their team, Melbourne United. I think they got fantastic players and obviously one of the best coaches I've ever been around. So credit to those guys and Dean. But our guys just fought and got back in that second half and kind of opened things up. And, you know, they didn't have Delhi and they didn't have Jack White, but our guys are so competitive, and there's just a lot of fire in them. And our motto has been all along all years to defend the island and build culture and find character guys that would be unselfish with no ego. And thank God that this game is played on the court and not on the paper.
Scott, Damon Lowry here, man. Congratulations. I just want to say, as a former player, I would have loved to have played for you, man. What you've done to inspire this team. I know you probably want to play the background and you're humble, but can you just talk about what does it take to build an actual team? Not just put a roster together, but build what you're talking about.
There's so many components. I think the biggest thing was I got down here very, very early, and I put my ear to the ground and tried to stay humble in Tasmania and start traveling the moment I got down here. And I went all the way to the north to Ulverston and worked my way down for 2 or 3 months and continued to talk to people that had made history basketball-wise here. And we created the Tasmanian bloodline, and listening to the people that had been here for 20 and 30 and 40 years that invested in this state for basketball-wise, wanted tough, gritty, hard-working guys, and that resonated with me right away. And it translated into the kind of guys that I was looking for, that were maybe had a chip on their shoulder, had something to prove, were humble and hungry and ready to do something different and go on a journey that maybe is once in a lifetime for them. And we've had a lot of guys sacrifice throughout this season, and you know, Sam McDaniels, who I'm looking at right now, is a perfect example. Last year, he's playing for this team in the championship, and he's starting for them. And now he's coming off the bench for us, and you wouldn't know if he was playing 40 minutes or 2 minutes. He just comes in and does the work. He never wavers from who he is as a person, and that sacrifice is translated down to the entire group.
Scott, it's Marley here, man. First of all, huge Scott Roth fan. Love everything you're doing over there. It's amazing.
It. Thank you.
You know, shedding on your passion for this team.
Yep.
Like, what does it take to build a franchise from the ground up? I know Damon shed some light on it as well.
Yep.
But the culture that you've brought, Scott, you know, the work ethic, the confidence, the grittiness, you know, the emotion, the players one team. What does it take to build a franchise like this?
Well, you know, I started choosing players that had character. I didn't really care so much about talent. Our guys are talented, but I wanted guys with a very high character. I think in a leadership role, especially for me, I might not be the greatest X and O coach, but I got to hold them accountable. My word is my word, and what I tell them, they believe, and I hold them accountable in that process. And I think you have to show vulnerability of who you are as a coach, and that you're all in for them. And you know, I've cried many, many times in that locker room, and things get emotional for me when you get to be 58 years old and you're going on a roller coaster ride in the twilight of your career, and to have a chance to come here and build something special from the ground up. Everything to me is very sentimental, and every time I look at this group, I just see passion and fight, and you know, we have lightning in a bottle right now, and I hope it continues next week.
Scott, I know that Tasmanian basketball fans have absolutely loved the journey. If you look and turn around behind you, you can see the players interacting with fans who are on the court at the moment.
Yeah,
it's amazing scenes. And
yeah.
Tasmania has been a slightly forgotten part of Australia when it comes to sport. So to be able to build a team, build a franchise, and then your interaction with the fans and the crowd over the season has been a real highlight. What does it mean to you, for the people of Tasmania, to be able to enjoy this?
Yeah, I said the other day in an interview, I've been all over the world and coaching the NBA for 23 plus years, and coached internationally and national teams and played. And there's probably 2 places in the world where I've been as welcomed as anywhere, and that was in Turkey when I coached the Turkish national team and got to play for a very good team, FS Pilsen at the time. And the Turkish people were just incredible to me. And when I came to Australia, I landed in Perth, and it felt like home. And when I came to Tasmania, they've been off the charts of welcoming me. You know, I had some tough moments early on, and they just rallied around me and kept me positive. And this state is just absolutely incredible, and it's an honor to represent the entire state. I think it's a unique opportunity, and we're going to grab it with both hands.
Scott, firstly, I want to object to the comment that you're in the twilight of your career, because the way you're coaching right now, you are just getting started. 2-part question. How are you going to celebrate this win tonight? What do you like to do after a game to wind down? And secondly, and perhaps more importantly, what are you guys going to do tomorrow to watch this game, Perth and Southeast Melbourne?
You know, for me, you guys may or may not know, but before every game, about 2 hours out, I smoke a cigar for about an hour outside and just take a chill pill, to be honest with you, because I know we've done the work and it's a time for me to relax. And I hope to have a cigar and some Willie Smiths tonight and sit back and enjoy this moment. And we'll have a family day scheduled for our entire team tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and we'll find a TV at some point and see what happens. The basketball gods will reward whatever happens, irregardless of what the outcome is tomorrow. It's been an amazing year. I'm super proud, and I'm not so concerned about tomorrow, to be very honest with you. I think this team has just been incredible, and it'll be what it'll be tomorrow.
Scott, congratulations. A superb performance and a wonderful debut season for the Tasmanian JackJumpers. No matter what happens tomorrow, you should be very proud. Thanks for your time on the AAMI Crossover.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The head coach of the Tasmanian JackJumpers, Scott Roth, with us.